Alright, hello people. I'm just going to show a quick Aztec fast glass tutorial starting from the start of the run. Let's see here. Here we go. So, you can skip both cutscenes, but it doesn't really matter. It just matters for telling pace in the pause. Shoot this guard. With a few bullets, you might get shot around, but basically continue shooting after you kill the guard. Just spray a bunch of bullets. What this is going to do is when you shoot 6 bullets here at the door, open up the door, shoot 6 bullets, these two guards will come really close together really quickly, and you'll still have 14 bullets to deal with everyone. So at this point in time, you hope that those first 6 bullets kill or injure this guard, but if not, focus on the guard. So the order of operations is kill this guard, then start shooting at the guard in the back on the crates. Basically shoot at the crate and hope that you stun or kill him. And then allow the auto aim to turn and get onto this guard. And then at that point manually right strafe and try to just finish out this guard. But as you see, I got boosted here. But regardless, always try to kill all these guards. Hope this guard's already dead. If he's not, you're going to want to do what I'm doing here. But pretty much I'm telling you this because even though this guard is alive, if he was dead, you still want to do this burst of bullets right here. So see how I'm doing a burst of bullets at the crates to kill him. But even if I had him dead at this point, I would still do these 3 shots. I'm going to do 3 shots there and then 3 shots here. In that general area. If you're not getting shot around, do try to make it be as precise as you can. You want it to be maybe 1 burst like right here, and then 1 burst as you turn to open the door. So those 2 bursts are going to help you with the black guards lining up properly. You can play around with it. You can shoot 6 bullets as you get to the door and this and that, but this is what I find to be the most consistent way, so that's what I'll teach. So you open up the door, and then kill speed. Let go of C up for a moment. You can do what Clemens does, where he backs up and goes forward, or you could just let go of C up for a moment. But pretty much, you just want to kill a little bit of speed, so you don't have all this speed flying into the room. Now there's these horizontal lines. You let this one pass, and then you let this one pass. This is the last one. You allow yourself to see it pass, and then you start shooting. So there's a bit of a hesitation. You see that, and then you start shooting. This timing is pretty important for getting consistent lineups. So these guys, they'll always line up. So you kill the guards. At this point in time, usually you shoot 6 bullets and then stop shooting. But if they're not dead, then you could just continue spraying, and turn over here, do what I'm doing with the same movement, hoping that these 2 guards come out and line up, and that this guard does not come out. So essentially, now I'm turning here. So usually what you want to happen is this. This guard runs out here, so this is ideal. And then usually this guard is back here. So this isn't like the ideal situation that you're going to see here, but you can look at other runs on the ranks to see a more ideal situation. Regardless, this guard, you need him to run past this pillar, and you do not want to try to shoot at him if he doesn't. If he doesn't run past the pillar, come back after all the stuff I'm going to show you. Try to shoot him on your way back to the glass. That's just like a, if all else fails. But basically, do not try to kill this guard over here and killing this guard. No, they either line up or they don't. So I'm killing him, pretending that they lined up, but this guard, once every million runs is going to run over here, I guess. So I kill him, and then I'm able to kill this guy. So I can see up right now. I'm able to kill this guy before he stuns me. So now here's this guard. So now this guard is going to see you. So this is where you need to be really fast. This guard's going to see you. So now I'm in right strafe. He's going to see you and start trying to shoot at you. You want to hide behind this pillar as long as you can in right strafe. See, he's shooting at me, but he's not able to hit me. And then you pop around, and you want to try to get around him so that you don't get double backed. You might still get double backed. I get double backed here. But the goal is that there's a lot of animations he's going to play on you, and there's different variables of how many times he's going to back boost you. You need to run and hide behind this little thing for cover before he finishes his animation and chooses another animation and starts shooting at you. You need to be hiding he'll see you even if you're like right here turning in. You need him to run into this little area. So, let's reiterate. So you can come here, you're gonna pop around, hopefully don't get double back, because you're gonna, obviously lose a lot of health. It's gonna be harder to survive, and then it's just gonna be harder to hide in time. So if I got single back here, it would be easier. But I did make it back in time, barely. Now at this point in time, here's what I'm gonna tell you. You want this guard. You want to run out of here when this guard is in here, inside this little area. If he's stepping on top of the little mainframe, when you press the button, he'll be stuck in it. So you need to be as patient as you can to let him come into this area. But at the same time, you need to do it as fast as you can. I was kind of slow here. The slower you are, like that loses like maybe 0.5. Like I could have just been faster. So not only am I going to lose some time, it might also be less likely for the glass to open, but I've definitely seen the glass open like this. It's just basically, you don't want to overrush it because you don't want to like ruin a perfect, setup where the guard just barely doesn't make it in yet. But you also don't want to just take forever. You need to just kind of get a feeling for it, right? So based on his animation. So here his animation's ending and I got backed. So I could have just like went right here. Boom, I could have just went for it. But regardless, yeah, so that's the variables, is you want him to be inside of here, but not too far. The farther he is, then the slower you were, So then you come around here, you do a hard turn in left strafe. Really, really hard turn. You have to press it earlier than you think. This is like the hardest button press in the game when you're doing the strat. So you have to turn, hit this in left strafe, and as soon as you hit it, you turn into right strafe. You probably need to get boosted a couple times with the glass. So you turn into right strafe, and you just try to get as quick as you can getting to the glass. So you might get boosted around it, but pretty much try to make it about the center of the glass. There's different things that could work. I don't know. Maybe someone can comment on here and say what really is ideal. But I've seen Goose get it at like the far end of the glass. I think that you're supposed to come and touch the glass as soon as you can, but kind of be in like the center area. Mainframe glass, you really want to be here. I would say like between here and here is, I don't know. Maybe someone else can clarify what is really best, but you can definitely get glass opens like this. Regardless, once you get to the glass, you want to stop. You don't want to be sliding all around. You want to be stopped and be at the glass and get a good angle on the mainframe so that you can see this little light right here. All right. So whether you're in cinema, full screen, widescreen, it doesn't matter. There's this little light up here, and when the mainframe comes up and covers the light, essentially, that is when you know, in an optimal situation, in an optimal setup with optimal guard animations, because you want these guards to do quick animation, stop shooting at you, it raises up, and they immediately open the mainframe, right? So as soon as this light is covered by the mainframe, see, that was a little early. It seemed good during the run, but that was a little early. Still could have opened, but that was a little early. So as soon as you see it go up, if you think you have good guard animations, you want to just run out of there. You want to just run as fast as you can. You can see this thing's already opening up. It never actually closed. So you pause in the corner, you unpause, and you just hold right strafe. You just assume the glass is going to open immediately, because that's what fast glass is. It either opens right away or it doesn't. So you hold right strafe as you're coming out of the pause, and then you run out. You get, there's a couple ways you could approach it. Usually you want to like go from here. I kind of went through the middle. Regardless, they didn't open it, but you can see they were both at the glass at least. So that was a pretty good setup. Again, if you want to nitpick it, I could have left a little bit later. Maybe like just watch a few runs on the ranks. Like watch Goose's run. Goose's run leaves like it's already being covered basically. But again, this means you need to have like a perfect escape, or else you might get seen. So you want to like perfectly run. You could also run through here, which might be ideal. But regardless, just want to run to the corner and pause, and don't be like up against like this thing. It might be it might mess up the guard's pathing. I'm gonna give you the facts, and I'm gonna give you the miss. All right. But essentially, here's all the fast glass matters. You want the first guard to be hitting you or not hitting you or whatever. You want to make it back and hide before his next animation. You want to run out, close the mainframe, get to the glass as fast as you can, and then wait. There's two things that can happen in an ideal situation. Anything else you can't really plan on. If you know the guards are still shooting and you know your PB isn't like super cooked already, if you're just trying to get the glass to open, yeah, if the guards are still shooting, wait a while and then go, right? Don't ever quick pause at the glass. That will ruin your chances. Let me explain. You'll mess up a quick pause on a otherwise perfect run, and you will hate yourself and hate the level, and it's not worth the quick pause. All right, it's not worth the quick pause. If you're playing on JP, it's already gonna be faster than PAL anyways because of the doors and stuff. So just play on JP if you can. Come here. Don't do a quick pause. Just do a perfect timing. You're just waiting, and then as soon as you see that pull over, again, there's two scenarios that's gonna happen. Either the thing's gonna go up and down without even fully closing. You won't hear it shut, and that's what happened here. Pretty sure. Or it's gonna close, but immediately as soon as it closes, close and then open. Both of those it's pretty much the same timing. It's what I'm telling you. It's waiting for the light to get covered, like a frame after the light gets covered, if you want to get like a perfect chance. And then you're running away. Okay? There is no timing other than that, as far as I'm aware, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? Yes, you can be like, damn, there's no way that this is gonna work. You know, like if you want this thing to open like the frame you leave the glass. So if I'm running over here and then it opens, like yes, I'm gonna have pretty much no chance at it opening. And you could have waited at the glass a little longer. But again, do you want to waste a bad run or waste a good run? Do you want to have a run where you're waiting at the glass for too long and get seen when it was actually like perfect animations and like just a perfect situation? Or do you want to have a bad situation where you're losing bad runs? Like, you know, who cares about the bad runs? That's all I'm gonna say. So the only other things I have for you is you upload the thing. Now, because you're already gonna have like negative health on most runs, you really don't want to get any more hits. You really want to avoid getting hits. So sometimes you might get shot around the corner, but if you're not gonna get shot around the corner, what you want to do is you want to turn around and actually take this line, because it'll make a way less of a chance that this guard hits you. And it's not really like an ideal boost. Like, yeah, it's a little time save. If you have lots of health, take all the boosts you want, right? But if you have little health, you want to run out here and actually take this line along here, and you'll avoid getting hit by this guard. This guard's usually not here when you do like Hendrik glass. So that I kind of took it a little tight there, and I got shot. But I did want to make sure that I reminded you guys about this, that if you do want to avoid taking a hit, take that a bit wide. You're not really going to even lose that much time, really. You just want to take it a little wide, and then pop around and pause in front of this console. So yeah, that's what you're gonna do. I always advise pausing at the console instead of running through and pausing, because if the drone hits you, it takes a full bar of health. If the AR hits you, it takes half a bar. So you actually have a better chance of taking like no health if you just do this. If you get boosted from a guard and take like half a health of a bar, and get boosted from the outside of the flames and lose no health, and then you have low health and the drone doesn't hit you, this is going to be way faster, and you might even have more health. So I would always recommend doing this situation instead of like running through and pausing in front of the drone. That's just what I would recommend. Now I guess you could like just run through the drone and pause at the hallway and have like minimal speed. That is something you could do if you have like really low health and you want to have like, you know, some chance of surviving a run and getting a PB. But anyways, yeah, just kill every guard at the start. Try to not take, you know, as many backs as you can. When you run around this guard, there are ways to avoid the double back sometimes. Like if you just, depending on where you're standing, if you just like run around on the opposite instead of really trying to cut in tight, there are ways to just get around his shots and not get double backed. That's gonna help with your pace and with your health. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have too much to say about the level. Just leave the glass the frame before the main frame opens. And if you do that, you hide and no guards are shooting at you, like the guards don't see you. The guards are at the glass. You've done the best you can. So yeah, good luck everyone.